Today we're going to be going over myofascial release, and we're going to be focusing on our feet. So remembering myofascial release is a big term. Myo refers to muscles and fascia refers to fascial tissue. It's a type of connective tissue in your body. So doing this release is going to be working on your muscular system and on your muscles and your skeletal system as well, which includes the connective tissue of your fascia. So just like any other massage, there are numerous benefits for stress reduction. This work that we're going to be doing is going to help with bracing, which is the muscle's response to particularly chronic stress, where tension can be developed over time in the muscles and in the fascia itself. So we will be releasing that, and all you need to do this is a ball. And you can even use a tennis ball. This is a high bouncy ball that has a nice kind of firm consistency. People even do this with harder balls like a tennis ball, but I find that that's a little too much pressure for most folks, and you really don't need to kind of cause any pain for this to be effective. So it doesn't need to hurt to actually be beneficial. And working on the feet, we actually are releasing the muscles in the feet, but there's also a connection between working on the bottom of your feet and benefits that can occur throughout all of your muscles, okay? So sometimes even having a neck ache, if you release your feet, that can kind of help reduce some of the tension in your shoulders and your neck. Okay, so grab your ball and we'll get started. Okay. So you're going to place the ball in front of you, and you're going to take one foot, I'm starting with my right foot, and you're going to just gently place the ball underneath your big toe to begin, and I'm not applying any pressure yet. And then you're going to basically take this ball and gently pressing into the ball, you're going to glide the ball back to your heel and then back forward again. So you're just following kind of the line that would begin at your big toe, back towards the heel, going forwards and backwards, following the first ray, okay? And then you're gonna move the ball laterally so that it is underneath your second and your third toe, and you're gonna do the same thing, going back and forth, and just applying even pressure down into the ball, trying to just notice the sensation. We're not trying to necessarily cause any pain while we're releasing this, just allowing the sensation and noticing if there's any tight spots or how it feels. After a few passes, you're going to move the ball over to the side of the kind of the pinky side of the toe, and you're going to follow the same pattern, just floating the ball forwards and back, rolling, and kind of giving yourself the, obviously the harder you press down, the more pressure you'll have and the more release you'll get, but I definitely don't want you to cause yourself any pain. Next, you're going to take the ball and you're just going to find the place right where the ball of your foot meets the arch, and you're going to place the ball directly in the center of your foot right there. And then now you're going to take a big breath in and exhale and release, and just allow yourself to really settle over the ball, letting the foot relax into the ball. And you notice I now have my feet even, and that's going to give me a little bit more weight down into the ball. You can move this foot slightly back if you feel like there's too much pressure, so you can moderate that for yourself. And you're going to hold this for another big breath, breathing in. And then we're going to slide the ball towards the back of the foot, right in front of the heel, and we're going to do the same pause, allowing the ball to relax into the foot, or allowing the feet to relax into the ball. And you're going to take a nice big breath in and rest. And now for your final bit, I want you to imagine that the ball is an ink pad, and you want to get ink on every surface of your foot. So you're going to basically get ink on your toes. You're going to go side to side, get some ink there in the middle of the foot, on the inside of the arch, the lateral outside arch, and you're going to come into your heel and get some tension, get some release that tension there, and just make sure that you've given a moment of attention to pretty much the entire surface of the bottom of your foot. And then when you're done with that, go ahead and just place both feet together for a moment and allow yourself just to notice the different sensations from foot to foot. Take a deep breath, and then we're gonna move the ball and we're gonna do the other foot. Okay, so we're gonna start back underneath our big toe, and we're gonna glide the ball just along that first ray, going from the big toe back to the heel. And you wanna give each one of these passes about 3 to 4, kind of gliding forwards and back, just giving it some attention. And then we're gonna move over, kind of following the line of the second and third toe, and allowing that to just glide, allowing the foot to relax as we're making these passes. And then we're gonna go to the outside edge of the foot and glide along, kind of following the pinky toe side. Good. And then from there, you're gonna place that ball underneath, kind of where the ball meets the arch, kind of right in the center of the front of the foot, but your toes are free. And you're just gonna pause for a moment and take a deep breath. This can feel a little intense for some folks. That's totally normal, but once again, you can control how much pressure you're putting down into the ball, and just make sure that you're not creating tension anywhere else in your body if you're putting too much pressure on your foot. So take a nice another breath in, and then you're gonna glide the ball back kind of right in front of the heel and do the same thing. And we'll take 2 big breaths here, allowing the foot to really float over the ball. And exhale and release. And then you're going to pretend that that ball is an ink pad again, and you're gonna roll the entire surface, going side to side, letting that arch release that way, and then working on each toe, pressing down into the ball, the inside edge of the foot, the heel even, giving the heel some attention, just making sure that you really are giving some nice gentle pressure distributed throughout the foot. And if there's any extra spot that really needs a little bit more, go ahead and find that. And then we'll go ahead and just place our feet down, and then just notice, a lot of times there might be a sense of openness, some grounding, some release and relaxation. And just take a big breath. And that's it for the feet. Good job.